You should be able to hear.
It's the same dumb show.
Oh, yeah, good. Very good.
Test. Okay, car. Sorry, running a bit late. It's Friday. We run a bit late on Friday, okay? No, I'm just kidding. Let me update the website. We are live on YouTube.
Okay.
Test.
It's just starting.
Test. We just started. And we don't quite have it on the website yet, but I'm getting that right now. Sorry about the late start. Okay, website is updated too.
Okay.
Make sure that all the videos work. So the Anker video is just their video, right?
It's like 40 seconds of the place where it was, and just a quick shot of the unit itself, and then their video.
Perfect.
Which I already got a thing from YouTube that they're going to monetize it.
How many?
Nice. Hey, Diggity. Yeah. Okay, there's the last one. Okay.
Okay.
And then do you want me to play this?
Yeah, and it goes right into their thing.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect. Okay.
Something brand new from Anker. A way to make iced coffee in like a minute. And your next time gadget.
Perfect. And everybody ready? Anybody need the chat room? You're all good. The website should be updated and everything. Sorry for the delay in the update, but here we go. And let me double check my rundown here. Here we go. In 3, 2. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, Diggity has a brand new Anker product that I think I will love. A new way to make iced coffee, not overnight, but in a minute. And I have our next time-based gadget in the crappy corner. All next on the Giz Wiz.
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Now, and here is Mr. Lithium Ion, Dick D. Bartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing good, sir. And you?
Doing great. Doing very, very good. We're recording on a Friday, not a Thursday, because you had a movie premiere.
A movie
last
premiere.
Night.
Did you get the 3 pictures I sent?
Oh my gosh! Let me double check.
They're in an email.
Sure
I forgot to ask you. They are actually in the email itself. It was the premiere of something called When We Went Mad, which is a documentary, the history of Mad Magazine. And it's by a group of people who do not have a market for it yet, but they did a really great job doing it, with how Mad almost went out of business, how Bill Gaines used to produce Tales from the Crypt and lots of scary comics, and then they were said to be communistic because
Mad was communist?
No, that was before Mad started. That was sort of one of the reasons Mad started. That Gaines and other magazine people who had these grisly comics were making kids into juvenile delinquents.
Oh no. You can't, Diggy D. If there's one thing I know, you can't do that. You can't make the kids into juvenile delinquents.
They have to learn how to do it themselves.
Exactly. You can't make them. They have to make themselves. That's
exactly.
That's what I hear, at least.
Exactly.
Okay, I do have those images.
Okay. So I'll just show them. They're nothing earth-shattering. Whoa.
Whoa. Okay, I might have those images in a second. Once.
Oh, okay.
Here, one second. Let me make sure that I can get these videos for us.
Yes, there's a thing in the thing about how J. Edgar Hoover hated Mad because they made fun of his name. And
Hoover? Like the vacuum?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't blame Mad Magazine for that because, honestly, that's an easy joke to make. I mean, if your name is Hoover and there's a vacuum named Hoover, are you going to blame the writers? That doesn't seem fair.
Not so confuse it with him. They called him J. Edgar Electrolux. So that way.
Wait, what?
Then you know, Electrolux was another big vacuum company.
Oh, okay. I would have understand if it was nowadays. The joke would be J. Edgar Dyson.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, let me find this for you. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. There we go. Perfect. Oh no. Dang it. Okay, 1 second.
Okay.
Sometimes, the PC just does not want to
do what you want.
To do what you want it to do. So you gotta make it work for us. And
Scooter X has a link up there. For a while, it was a Kickstarter project.
So they don't have an audience, so they need like Hulu or someone to buy it.
Or Netflix or
right.
Somebody that wants to put some money into streaming it.
Did you feel like it was engaging though?
Oh, it was great.
Oh,
it was great.
Good. Okay, here. I think that I have the images. There we are.
There we go. So that was the panel that I was on when we went mad, and sitting next to me on the right is John Ficarra, who is the editor, and on the left is Joe Raiola, who was associate editor, and then Alan in the middle is the guy who produced this venture with the gray shirt. Yep.
Yeah.
And then next to him, Charlie Cadu, and then the moderator. So that was fun. There were like 300 people in the audience, and I would say 200 of them stayed for and then that was, just go back to the other one. That is a poster for when we went mad, and we have various quotes. I'm on the top quote. 50 years at Mad Magazine, and all I got was this crappy documentary. And a lot of, so I can name them all. Just go down to the
That's
bottom.
Quentin Tarantino for sure.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. There's the names. I can't remember their names here, but their names are at the bottom. Judd Apatow. Okay.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino.
Is that Weird Al right there?
Bryan Cranston. Weird Al.
Yeah.
Weird Al. Weird Al, who in this documentary said, I started his career because he was reading Mad Magazine, and he said, "Oh, making fun of songs is a fun idea."
He thought, this satire stuff, this is interesting.
Yeah. But he went
all the way. Is that
Bryan
Cranston right in the middle?
Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, what do y'all do with Bryan Cranston? What is Bryan Cranston a big
Bryan
man?
Cranston, this is all people's memories when they were a kid. And like Tarantino said, "Oh my God, when I read the mad satires, I would think, oh, one day I should be making movies."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston is absolutely one of my icons, I guess. When it comes to acting and everything. And when I was working with Bryan, I got the insane honor to go to his house.
What?
Yes, get this. So me and Brian Brushwood, this is very rare information. I don't tell a lot of people this. But for a moment, Brian really wanted to get a pilot made in Hollywood, and so he wanted a magic show, basically a magic special. And so we went to Hollywood, and we teamed up with a few producers, and we had a production company behind us. And we, before we could make the pilot, we decided to make a sizzle reel, where basically it's just kind of an idea of like, what the show could be. But it's only like a minute long, right? A pilot is a full episode, sizzle reel small. It's just kind of like what could be the biggest explosive events. So the whole idea was the show was doing magic and incorporating celebrities into that magic. And so we went, because of the production company and some of the people who were managing that project, they knew Bryan Cranston, and they invited us over to his house. And it was me, Brian Brushwood, Bryan Cranston, and one other guy, and we just hung out with Bryan Cranston, and it was my job to just record it all. I was the camera operator the whole time. And we did magic for him, and he was the funniest, nicest, most genuine, welcoming person ever. And he invited us into his house. We also got to hang out with Greg Grunberg. Oh my gosh. The Fonz. I forget his real name. Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler.
Yes, everyone was so nice. Anyway, all of that to say that Bryan Cranston's, I didn't realize he was connected to Mad. I love the guy. I love the guy.
Yeah. Well, he was connected to Mad with his love of Mad.
Exactly. I didn't realize. Yeah. That is fantastic.
Yeah. So
another reason for me personally to like the guy, because that is really cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Man, this is really, really cool. So that's their poster, and
exactly.
So we hope. Now, did you like it? What was the? What's your critical review of it?
Well, I'm in it a lot, so that was fun. But it was fun to know that Bill's father was like the inventor of comics. He started stapling sheets of comics together, comic pages together, and he had a local newsstand, and the local newsstand started selling it, and the local newsstand said, "We need a lot of copies." So he thought, well, maybe I should get a printer instead of cutting these out anyway. So
that's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So at the moment, there's no real great place to watch it.
No, not at all.
Not yet.
Not yet. So
well, we'll keep our fingers crossed.
It'll come along.
Because that is cool. That is very, very cool.
And so that was the reason the show is on Friday, so that I could go to that event. But it was great because Tuesday I got to go to an Anker press event. Okay.
Oh, good.
I took video, and then they said, please do not show any photographs you take here until we send you the release date, except for one gadget, okay? So I had a lot of video of the one gadget, but over the gadget, since all the gadgets were on the same table, you could see other embargoed gadgets.
You can't show the other things.
No. So I'm going to show you a little bit of where the event was, because it was beautiful. It was in Manhattan. You could run that little video.
Oh, cool. Here it is.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Okay. It's called the Monarch Rooftop. And one of the great things about the Monarch Rooftop is it is 1 block away from the Empire State Building. So a great view. This is it right here. Okay. That's the new Anker product. And from this, we'll go right into the Anker commercial. Oh, this is... I just picked up the info on the card, and then there's going to be a strap available for it. It comes with a carry handle, but a strap is coming at the end of, and this is their commercial.
A short commercial.
a few people in the wilderness, and it looks like 18 million devices plugged into one battery.
Yes, it has 7 ways to charge.
Well, I am jealous because this looks amazing. Looks like it has 3 USB-C chargers, 2 USB-A's, plus a, what? Did I just read that right? 140 watt USB-A out. You can recharge with a solar cell, and it has this special DC plug that will allow it to take in the solar. And it has a light on top.
A 3-position light.
That's
It
great.
is a 90,000 milliamp battery with a total output of 300 watts. 7 ways to charge your stuff, and you got the ports down.
Well, I am jealous.
Yeah. Well,
you know
go
why?
to the link.
You know why I'm so
Oh, wait a
darn
minute. Don't you have the original?
I have the last version. Of course, times they are changing. I can't blame a company for coming out with a new product, but I do have the previous generation of this exact gadget. And
well, actually, there are 2 versions of it.
2.
So go to that link I sent you. Okay, and you can start scrolling down. So it's 90,000 milliamps, 7 ports, built-in light. You can solar charge with the external. This I don't understand. You get a free something.
Small Rig photography kit. Now, Small Rig is a different company. Small Rig is like a camera accessory, almost a cinematography accessory company.
Well,
like Small Rig is known for making a lot of camera accessories, so it looks like they're partnering with them. For a photography
chance
kit.
To win. Oh, every day they're giving away one of those. Okay.
I see.
So keep going down.
Ooh.
That's the one that was at the show.
That is so interesting. So is this a flashlight?
No, it's badly done. It looks like a mini speaker too.
Yeah.
That is the 12-volt power port.
Oh.
Okay. And down a little further. So there are the ports that you guessed them all exactly right.
Yeah. See, here's the thing: is with mine currently, I have I think 2 USB-A's and 2 USB-C's, and honestly, it's like not enough because one of the USB-C's is also the in, and so if I'm charging it, I'm down to one USB-C and 2 USB-A's. Anyway, honestly though, I will say this has been my favorite battery because it's massive. I mean, if it's charged, if it's at 90%, I know that I'm going to be good for laptops, cell phones, anything. I love the handle on top, which you can kind of see in this photo.
Yes.
The previous version has it as well. I don't know if I really care for the light on top. I have used it once or twice in a situation where it's just like, oh, I kind of need to see what I'm doing. Let me click it real fast. And also the DC port for the solar panels, I have not found, actually, weirdly, a lot of solar panels that use that port. I have some old solar panels that use actually a USB-A out, and they kind of work with the battery, but they don't work with that port. So that crazy like DC port.
It is weird.
It's neat, but I have not found a lot of accessories that work with it.
Well, since you don't miss the light on top, keep going down to see their second version that's coming out. I mean, they're being released together. Okay, more. Further down. Okay. There you go. Now there's a version with 3 AC
Oh my
outlets.
gosh.
It eliminates the light on the top.
It looks like it gives you some type of option for a light.
Yes, it looks like a different light. It has 600 watts out as opposed to 300 watts for the other one.
I like this a lot. You know, another thing that I'm just noticing here is that port right on the side. See that one? You know what
Yes,
that
yes.
looks like to me? I don't know. I can't confirm. But it looks like one of those universal power plugs.
For AC, right?
Yes.
Yes,
that you would
because-
typically plug into the back of like a computer or a monitor.
Yes. Because that one is AC
wow.
rechargeable.
Wow.
And
3 USB-C I can see and 1 USB-A. That is very interesting. Extremely interesting. Huh.
Now the cost is going to be, and if let's see, what's today's date? The 23rd.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So they have a deal. These are going to be on Amazon, but the deal will only be on the Anker website. Okay. All right. Here it is. I got a press release from them. The one we looked at mostly is called the C300 DC. That is going to be $199.99, but up until August 27th, $50 off.
Ooh. So
And
150.
$149.99. And the DC version, the AC version, is going to be $249.99, but before August 27th, it'll be $189.99. So that's looks like $60 off.
Yeah, they get more off.
Yeah.
For the
But they have to be
I'm surprised the AC one is so much more, but that AC stuff I guess adds a lot of complexity because you got to go AC to DC, DC to AC.
Yeah. And something fascinating, if I understood the guy right, you can, since it has 3 USB-C and they're both in and out, 2 of them are in and out. You can charge out or charge in.
Oh.
You can charge it through 2 of the USB-C ports.
Twice as fast?
Twice as fast. So you could charge it to 90% like in 20 minutes.
I actually like that a lot because I can show you right now. I have all of these bricks just laying around.
There you go.
See these? These are 30 watts each. So if I stick a USB-C into them, stick them into that, that's 60 watts. I can charge that thing. That's cool. I like that a lot because that is actually a thing that I run into mine now is I plug it into one and it's like, it'll take an hour to charge or whatever, which is nice. By the way, that screen on the front of the battery, we haven't mentioned it very much, but there is a screen on the front of the battery. In my current one, I love it. I absolutely love that screen. It is so useful. I feel like every device should have that. It tells you how long it's going to charge, how long until it's depleted, and a few other bits of information, which is useful too.
And is there an app for yours?
No app. If there is, I haven't used it.
The new one, all the visuals on the screen can come up on your phone. So if you want to, if it's you're charging it somewhere else in the house, you can just look on your phone and say, "Oh, it's 99% charge."
Perfect.
Yeah. So I think the release date is August 28th, and I assume they'll probably ship the next day or within the next couple of days. That's pretty neat.
I like it.
When I
it's
saw
just an update to a product that I've enjoyed a lot, and I bought it with my own money. They didn't even send it to me, so I appreciate it.
Okay,
Awesome.
and then the other stuff, everything is being released at IFA. Do you know about IFA?
IFA?
IFA. IFA Berlin is kind of their version of CES.
I see.
All the other gadgets that we saw are being released September 5th. But as I said, they decided they were going to release that thing early. Maybe they figured that's going to be a big hit. Maybe they figured Chad will buy one.
They knew it was me who was their biggest customer. I bought one of the last generation. Yes, exactly. Okay, wow.
Okay.
Tell me about iced coffee.
Yeah, this gadget, well, I like it. And here's the video. What would you say if I said there was a way to make iced coffee without needing ice?
What?
No ice.
Okay, it is possible with HyperChiller. Okay, this is a way to make iced coffee. Now I bought 2 of them. I'm going to show you how you set it up because the other one is already in the freezer. So you take it apart. And then the company says you only have to do this once. And I'm thinking,
It looks
you
like a
make
Russian
iced
nesting
coffee
doll.
A lot.
Yeah.
Don't you have to do this every time? But now I realize you don't. All right, so this is what you do. There's this thing here that says max. You fill that with water. Just screw it back in, okay? That's part 1 done. There's another thing where it says max. Fill this with water. And then pour that water into here. And then screw this onto there.
Really?
And now put this onto there. Now, this has to go into the freezer for 6 to 12 hours. Okay? And I have a little bit of video from the company that shows you how the ice in here gets the coffee icy cold without watering it down.
Those parts that we filled with water earlier, they're now frozen solid. So inside the product, there's 2 layers of ice-cold stainless steel that are transferring all that heat out of the coffee without letting any dilution in.
Okay, so the battery dies at the last minute.
Dang it!
And what is annoying is it didn't save the video
No!
up until the battery died. So basically, I put the HyperChiller here. I put in a K-cup. You can still see it's still wet here from the K-cup dripping down. And the K-cup has gone directly into this. And then that's where the battery went dead. And then it just deleted all of my fine acting here in the kitchen. So now, in theory,
This is no longer one-take
almost
theater.
be
It's just all
iced
ruined.
coffee. We're going to pour it. Okay, it has a little pour spout here. And this should be...
So that was a hot
cold.
K-cup coffee into that thing.
So remember, we made a K-cup directly into this. So it was hot when it went into this. You know what? We had my little thermometer here. You can drink this as iced coffee.
You can actually see the mug is kind of
That's
frosting
great.
up.
Yeah, it looks like condensation.
Yes.
This
yes.
really works. Okay? So if you were going to walk around, you would put ice in it. But the thing is, the coffee is so cold, when you throw ice in it, the ice is not going to immediately melt. So I'm not near the computer, but Chad will go over to Amazon. I think it was like $20 or $25. See how much HyperChiller costs.
I like that.
To your health and my lack of sleep, because I'm drinking coffee at midnight.
That is really funny. I get the point. I like it. Is you freeze the top solid, you freeze the bottom solid, you stick it in, or you do the water thing, you stick it in the freezer.
And just once, so the
Just
water
once.
is always in the container.
And then after you've done the thing that morning, after you've run it through and it's all cold, the solid ice keeps it cold, throw it back in the freezer. I see.
Yeah, and one of the paragraphs from the company says, and the inventor, I think the guy in the video is the inventor, is if you kind of swirl it around in your hand, it makes the coffee cold even faster.
Right.
It's very clever. And
Just imagine that whole thing is an ice cube that can hold your coffee, and it's not going to dilute it.
There you go. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Give it a little shake. Make sure it gets all the ice, but it's not going to melt into the coffee and dilute it because it's in a stainless steel container.
An ice cold stainless steel surface that your coffee is up against.
Interesting. It really seems like this product should exist. And should it have existed for a long, long time?
Yeah.
And how have we not heard of it until now? This seems like the most simplest product ever. Freeze the thing, put your hot coffee into it, make it cold, and reuse it.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I think it's $20 on Amazon. Scooter X found it.
Wow.
It seems to also be $20 on AliExpress.
How much was it on Amazon again?
On Amazon, I checked it all week long. It was 17, and today I think it was 19.
Here we go.
There you go. There you are.
1924.
It's 19. Yeah.
Here it is on.
Oh my God. 23,000 ratings.
Yeah, look at that. Did you see that? Yeah.
Oh my. I guess we're the only ones who didn't know about it.
Seriously. But what is funny is that when Scooter X found it out, it's more expensive on
Oh, that's a
AliExpress
riot. Yes.
than it is anywhere else. So you freeze it ahead of time, and then that morning you want your iced coffee, you just pour your coffee through it. I like it.
Directly from the pot. As I
like
said,
it.
I did the K-cup directly into...
So the reservoir where the coffee goes, how big is that? 8 ounces?
It holds 12 and a half
12
ounces.
12 and a half ounces.
So that's a pretty decent cup of coffee.
If you are someone who needs 24 ounces of cold coffee, just do it twice.
Yes, that's right.
You know, just run it through a second time. That is cool. I mean, I'm repeating myself, but it feels like this should have been a product that I knew about. It feels like this should have been like if people love iced coffee and they don't want to stick just ice in there and dilute it. I'm honestly shocked that I hadn't seen this before. So
Yeah, me either. That's why I bought it.
okay.
Okay. The third gadget, it's a fun gadget. Here you go.
Okay.
How many ceiling projectors should the average person have? I would say
2?
5.
5. Oh, okay.
Okay, because that's how many I have.
Okay.
And I thought 5 is enough until I saw that. Oh my gosh. I do not have a swirling overhead projector with a moon. So I had to have it. The box it came in, the device itself, and a lot of problems. Okay.
Oh no!
Problem number 1, remote control, battery was dead. I put in a brand new battery, the remote control does nothing. Okay. I can't show you the phone because we're using it for this video. But when I search for Bluetooth, it says, look for, I think, 63-A or something. I got Alan's iPhone. I got so many weird things. When you live in the city,
Your
there
neighbors.
must have been 13 Bluetooth Apple TV. Anyway, the A, whatever it was, that was not on there. So I can't pair it, but I can show you some features of it because I'm going to send it back, okay?
At least it has some buttons on the
take a
top.
look.
Yes, it has some, yeah.
At least.
All right, that's pretty neat, I have to admit. And then you can change it into single colors if you want. Ooh, I know, I love that.
It's a very interesting pattern.
I love this too.
You know, it's like, I don't know, reminds me of like a sandstorm.
A whirlpool.
Or a whirlpool. This is good for hypnotizing people.
Yeah, it's like a
Okay, let's go back
like
to
one
the
of those
ceiling.
sand gardens with the ridges in it.
You can add stars to it. And then you can take the stars out, put brighter stars in, or add the moon.
Oh my gosh. We're getting mooned, Dickie D.
And the moon
Yeah, I
and the
know.
stars and the swirling. All right? And then you come down to here, to the unit itself, because then you can start changing
Oh,
the colors
the outside of it.
Yes,
of the unit itself. Now,
if the Bluetooth were hooked up, this would be dancing to the music. Okay, as I said, the Bluetooth does not work. And the thing is, it was $23 and 13% off. So I think it came to like $21. So I don't know. Basically, I like it for, go up there again. I like it for this. So I'm torn with just keeping it because this is probably the only mode I'm going to use. I'm not going to play music through it. But I may return it, but I will get another one, I think. That's it. It's an unbelievable. There's the name. Okay. Lots of luck with that. Home. Yeah. That's it. So now I have 6 ceiling projectors.
Nice. So
It's not you.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I really like the last one you showed because it did a lot of what you talked about. I was just kind of Googling around. I found a similar one, not exactly the one you showed. But
yes.
I remember the head was positionable and you could point it around and it had it didn't quite do the exact same thing. This is not what we're talking about, by the way, just to not confuse people. This is just a different gadget. It didn't do quite the same pattern, but I liked it so much better, and it was around the same price. And so the one you showed today, it points just straight up, which I don't like as much, basically. And then, of course, it had all the other issues with it. So, yeah, I feel like it's a hard sell. I would get the other one.
Now, this one also has white noise, which I think you need the remote control. Actually, the replacement came today, and I just took the remote out of the box, and it turned the unit on.
Oh,
so
good.
Good.
Okay.
The remote works.
The other one worked.
Yeah. Yeah. But you're right. The little rocket guy is kind of good looking.
Yeah.
Kids would love the rocket guy better.
Yes.
And you can
point
move his head around.
Yeah, you can point his head around. He's like the neck is like a magnet, so you just any way you want. Yeah, you are. I mean, there's pluses and minuses because the base has some really cool LED effects, which the rocket guy doesn't. That we showed before. This one has a completely different pattern on the top.
Yeah, and also the little standing guy, you cannot use on the ceiling because you'd break his head off.
Yes.
I mean, you can get him sort of on the ceiling.
This just falls off after a moment.
This just goes straight up. This only does the ceiling.
That's a good point. Anyway. That's a good point. The price is exactly like you mentioned in the video as 23, and the same exact 13%
Oh, they're
off,
still involved. Yeah.
which is such a...
It's so weird, isn't it?
13? Thanks for letting me do the math. Okay, I'm going to have to figure out what 13 out of 23 is. But I think I'm glad you already bought it and said it was around 2021.
20, yeah.
So there you go. I mean, they're cool. I have used them in a few rooms. The Galaxy projectors. I think I only have one, so not quite your 5 or 6, but I do have one, and I really enjoy it. I really do, and it's a great thing. Either to just hang out with friends around, just add some ambiance, to hang out with yourself. Just like the night light. It's a great way to liven the room, and it's just light,
and not have to paint the ceiling.
Exactly. It's just light.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Becky just found. Look at this, $5.34.
What?
Yeah. What? It's not quite the same. A lot of it is different.
Yeah.
A lot of it is different. But anyway, look at that. $5.
Boy, that's pretty
Scooter
amazing.
X actually sent it to Becky. I misread.
Oh, okay.
I misread the chat. Scooter sent it to Becky. Anyway, let's head into the crappiest of corners.
You know you don't need it, but you might want it at Chad's Crappy Corner. Get it?
Okie dokie. Well, here we are. This is the gadget. Look at this thing. This is the whole gadget, not just a piece or part of the gadget. The thing is that I think it's pretty simple to. I mean, it's a.
You're going to open it into a clock. Right?
Literally, yeah, exactly. But it is kind of fun. I recorded a video about it earlier, so there it is. And let's take a look. Hey, Diggity. So we are here with another time-based gadget, and today we are taking a look at the vibrating alarm clock. It comes in a few different colors. Really, the packaging doesn't have a lot to be desired. DreamSky is the brand. You can see the Amazon behind us here. I will note right off the bat, $26 for this clock, so it better be pretty good. It has a very good manual. By good, I mean that I can read the words without a magnifying glass. Comes with a USB-C charging brick that is an actual, like, you know, AC to DC brick, which is kind of cool. And it comes with this really long cable. Not cable, this is like a rope, like a string that you would put to it. I don't quite understand. I've never seen one quite this long. Maybe it works because this is an alarm clock and there's a little loop here to like keep it on your wrist. Like I really can't think of that. Maybe because it is vibrating, as we said. DreamSky, the brand. Open it up. Inside, there's just a little important, hey, make sure to charge it before you use it. And I did. And so here it is. It looks like a little clamshell sort of thing. On the front, you have a big snooze button, and you also have a small shake off button. I wish it was just called the off button because this is actually the little button. You know what a snooze button is. Well, this is the off button to just stop the alarm for the day. It is a clock. You got a DC, or you got your USB-C in, and then that's really it. Over here, it kind of looks like an IR port, but this is actually the battery indicator. Hello? I need to turn it on first. That's why. You got to flip the switch to on. And then this will work as a battery indicator. When you hit the snooze button or the off button, it'll show up right there. Inside, you have an on-off switch and a whole bunch of buttons. I'll just point out, I'm not going to go through every single one. I'll just point out individual buttons for setting the time zone, which is really nice. And all the alarm stuff. Basically buttons for everything, including plus buttons, which is really, really nice. Over here is also some sliders, and this is for your alarm. So if it's in the middle, alarm is off. At the top, it'll make an audible sound alarm, and the whole thing will vibrate. Remember, that's the whole point. It's a vibrating alarm. Down, it'll just vibrate. So if you're worried about waking up your partner or whatever, just vibration mode is for you. It's small, slim. Maybe you could even fit this into a pillow or a pillowcase, which is kind of nice. So let's go through what it would take to set the alarm. It's 6:04 now. So I'd click the alarm set and click and hold. And then it goes to the alarm, which is nice that you see the current time and the alarm over there. I really like that. So we'll get to 6 and then move it over here and head to 05. Let's do 05. Hit alarm set. I'm going to switch it to both the vibrate and the alarm. One thing I will point out is this shake button. You can change how much it vibrates. Wow. So this is a small little vibrate, you know, and so you have 5 different levels of vibration, which is kind of nice. Oh, and now it vibrated so much it closed. I'm going to keep it closed for just a minute as we go look at the Amazon page while we wait for it to go off so you can kind of hear what the alarm sounds like. 2 other colors are available, white and this teal. There we go. The alarm is going off. You can see it kind of coming out from over there. It's vibrating a bit. and you can hit the snooze button to snooze it. That snooze will be 9 minutes long. That cannot be changed. You'll notice the alarm button is blinking. That shows that it's in snooze. When you are finally awake enough and have snoozed enough, you can hit the off shake button. If I hit it now, then you'll see the alarm stops blinking, and that's how you know that you're ready to go. Got a whole bunch of good reviews, but like I said, $26. Do you think it's worth it for $26? I will say that I've been happy with the quality. Like holding it, it feels really great. The instructions are really well written. It's just every switch and every button feels really tactile and clicky and really nice. So it feels really high quality. Another thing that it mentioned is when it gets down to really low battery, that it'll beep like every minute, like every 60 seconds, it'll beep, which is kind of annoying, but also, if you're worried about your alarm not waking you up in the morning, useful. Anyway, that has been the DreamSky vibrating alarm clock, which I think is pretty cool, but expensive.
One more thing to mention is that as it came to me from the packaging, the timer was already set, which is kind of nice. The time was set, I mean to say, because it's like, I guess, a DC battery. They gave it a little bit of charge in the factory, set the time already, so all I had to do was set the time zone.
Is it auto? It's auto time set.
Yeah,
then,
and it was
right?
auto time set, which was kind of nice. I didn't have to set the time.
What is the markings inside the lid?
This is the time zone, so it's a little key. Because you can choose between 5 different time zones, but they're all the American. So when you go and hit the time zone button, it just shows 1, 2, 3, or 5, and so it kind of gives you a key to what 1 through 5 means when it comes to America. So it's a little America.
Oh, okay.
Down there. Another thing is in the instructions, they mentioned that on full charge and turned on, this should last for 60 days, which is 2 months. So I haven't had enough time to test that out, but that's a good claim from the instructions that one charge will last for 2 months, which is great. It also got a lot of really good reviews, honestly, on online, on Amazon. As you can see, really the only downside is that it's $26. Is that it seems more on the expensive side of gadgets than any of the other things, And it's just an alarm, so it seems like it could be cheap. Clocks aren't that expensive, basically. But yeah, so far I've liked it.
Yeah, no.
I think it's cool. And if you're someone who's really, really worried about waking up someone and you need something vibrating and that isn't audible, I can't think of many other solutions. Like, it's like this gadget and maybe using your phone and making sure you set it in a certain setting where it's only vibration. That's really it. So it's nice.
Yeah, if you have to get up, it's worth the money.
I like it. And I appreciate that it's USB-C. With that, let's move into Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Nah.
Our email is from Lawrence Wengler, Wengler, who writes, "Hello, Dick and Chad. I made a little video of my favorite home automation gadget."
Ooh.
And here is Lawrence's video.
Hi, Dick and Chad. I'm sending in this video of my favorite home automation gadget, the SwitchBot blind tilt.
I like
It's a small battery-powered motor that snaps onto the blind tilt rod of any home blinds. It allows you to open it by remote control with an app on your phone. Let me show you. I know Chad was ranting recently on all the individual apps on the phone and having to keep track of them. But this one, you can set up a schedule to open and close so you don't have to find the app.
I love
Or
this.
if you purchase for an additional $39.95, the SwitchBot Home Hub, you can do this. Hey Google, close the office blinds, please.
I need that. Yes.
It was really easy to install. I just snapped a little gear on the blind tilt rod, and then the motor snaps on top of it. And to keep the battery charged, it comes with a little solar panel that you stick on the window, and as long as you have good sunlight during the day, it'll keep the battery charged.
Oh, that's
I've
awesome.
had mine for a year, and I've never had to recharge the battery. It always stays 100%. So I really hope you like this video and find it helpful. You can find this on, of course, Amazon. Have a great day. Love the show, guys. Oh, and as icing on the cake, I'm recording this with the Anker wireless microphones that Dickie D mentioned on episode 2000. When he mentioned they were half price, I went and snapped the pair right up.
Heck yes.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate all you do for us and all the information you give us.
Great.
That is
Lawrence
wonderful.
is-
I may have ended that a little soon. That is great.
Lawrence
for
is in chat. Lawrence
so
is
many
in
reasons.
chat as Uncle Lala.
Uncle
So
Lala.
Lawrence, this is really fun.
I agree.
This is really neat.
And I have looked for similar products like this. I honestly have never seen SwitchBot, and so I'm really glad that you showed it off, because I have wanted to automate my blinds in basically the exact same way. I don't need them to raise or lower. I just have normal blinds. You can't see here, but I have normal blinds, and I'd like them just to open or close, and come sunset, close, come the morning, open. And the biggest issue is many of the peripherals are so expensive. They're just like $100 per one blind, and it just doesn't make any sense. And then the other option is it's $100, and then you still have to power the device somehow. So with this, which it looks great, it looks fantastic, is only $70, so less expensive, and it comes with the solar panel.
Yeah, that's very clever.
That's
very
cool.
clever.
That is really cool. And
Yeah.
15% off. Look at that.
And if you need several of them, I see you can get 3.
Yes, they did have that. Here, let me go back
Yeah.
and look at that. They had a deal where you could get 3 instead
And
of just one.
$20 off.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Now I just need to buy some Venetian blinds.
True. I mean, luckily my place comes with them. But yeah, this is like almost exactly what you need. And if you have vertical blinds, that seems like it'd be really nice too. Anyway, great gadget suggestion. I did not know that this gadget existed, and I had looked for a similar one. So really, thanks for the suggestions, Lawrence. That's great.
So if you have a gadget like Lawrence, make a little video, okay? Lawrence hit all the right things. Horizontal format, be able to hear him describe the gadget, and a great video of it working. If it's an old gadget and it doesn't work, you can still show it off, because we love to see how far technology has come in all these years. Or you can show us a brand new gadget like Lawrence did. Anything, make a little video, 1 to 3 minutes. Put it up on YouTube. When you upload, there is a menu, and you want to pick unlisted, and that way only people with the URL will be able to see your video, and send that URL to us. Mail at gizwiz.tv. Mail at gizwiz.tv. I think we have one more video in-house, so get us a video.
Do it now. With that, let's move on to the letter.
Become the letters, your lovely letters. Become the Giz Wiz letters now.
Now.
glad that I see the iClock. Okay. This is from Michael Manley, who says the subject is the iClock. Hey, Dick and Chad. During the live stream, Chad said the hour eye of the clock was moving. Is it possible the clock was built backwards?
I think it is.
With minutes on the left and hours on the right? What if you flipped it 180 degrees and set the time? Thanks. Keep up the great work and the show. Michael Manley, also known as Michael 270.
He's exactly right. In fact,
they are backwards?
Yes, I had speculated at the very end of the episode, and I think me and Becky were talking about it, about how I kind of suspected that the minutes and the hours was flipped, which is funny because on the back, printed inside of the plastic, it says, minutes on this side, hours on this side, and it would make sense. You'd think hours. I mean, well, it's also what they said on Amazon was that hours is on the left and that minutes is on the right. But yes, in watching the eyes move and playing around with the back, they messed it up. They put the hours on the left-hand side and the minutes on the right-hand side. And you can just flip it upside down to make it right. It is obviously upside down. I don't know if you can see, but see this little bar right here.
There's a little base.
That's the base, right? And on the other side, it doesn't have that because that's the top. So there's obviously a bottom, but when you use that bottom, it's wrong. This will be the minutes and this will be the hours.
Didn't you pop the eyes out to put batteries in them?
You can, but the eyes don't do anything. The eyes are just attached to, the motors. And the motors are the thing that are setting, these little things are what is setting.
I see, okay.
So yes, absolutely correct that the eyes they installed them wrong. And if I want to make them work, I just have to flip the whole thing upside down.
Or look in a mirror.
Look in a mirror.
Yeah.
I should have thought of that.
How simple is that?
Exactly. Now I don't know what time it is. The other funny thing, though, is also like if you set the time with the base correctly and then need to flip it, now it's exactly the opposite. If it was 6, now it's 12. Or what if it was 6, now it's 12. It's just... Anyway, This is definitely in the crummiest of crummy categories.
Yeah.
Like this may need to be on the top crummiest list.
Coming at the end of the year.
Yeah. Because I speculated at the end of the episode, and that letter is absolutely correct. They are flipped, which is honestly just so funny to add to the.
So funny. So Michael, you guessed
story.
it. You guessed it.
Yes, absolutely true that they installed them incorrectly. So thanks for. Sending that letter over. I want to say a huge thank you to our patrons over at Giz Wiz, patreon.com/Giz Wiz or gizwiz.tv. And there's a Patreon tab at the top of our website, and there'll be a big banner that'll take you to our Patreon page. However you support the show, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to our patrons. Thank you to those of you who support us on PayPal. Thank you so much for giving back to the Giz Wiz. If you like the show, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Once again, patreon.com/Giz Wiz or gizwiz.tv, and click on the Patreon tab at the top of our website. Speaking of gizwiz.tv, that's where we record the show live just about every Thursday. Today we're on a Friday, but if there's ever a schedule change, it'll be on our website right at the top. And here we are, live with the show right now. And tune in whenever we're live. Tune in with the chat room. We really appreciate that. And of course, see all of our previous episodes there after the fact on our website, gizwiz.tv. Head on over to gizwiz.biz. That's Sticky D's website, where he writes articles about all of the gadgets that we talk about on the show. So if you ever need a link back to a gadget or a reminder about what we talked about, gizwiz.biz is the place to go. While you're there, play What the Heck Is It?
This is the game show online where you get to guess the gadget, and this is the whole gadget, not just a piece or a part of the gadget. This is obvious. The gadget is just obvious to me. You'll notice these little loops right here. This is for your luggage, and this is a straw. And you use this with, you put a little keg in your luggage, and the straw just comes right out there.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like to make a little kegerator in your carry-on.
Wow.
So if you think you know what this gadget is, even though I just gave it away, I'm sorry, I apologize. You think you can get a guessing. GizWiz.biz. 6 Mad Magazines for the correct answers. 12 Mad Magazines for funny, clever, or hilarious answers. So get on guessing over at GizWiz.biz.
And I should point out, in summer, entries fall off. So if you want to, you should get in, because we haven't even hit 100 entries yet, which is unusual.
Summer is the
So-
slow season for guessing?
Yeah, I don't know why. I think people are off.
They're
at
all
the
just
beach and traveling.
enjoying their summers off.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very funny. So get a
Get
guess
your
in.
guess in. Yeah, get your guess in.
You got like a week, 1 or 2 left until it rolls over. So get a guess in. That about wraps it up for our show. We'll see you next week.
I'll be here. Shake and wake.
Shake and wake.
The Giz Wiz gets mooned.
Good vibrations. Coffee, but colder. I like all these. The eyes don't have it. Well, since that was mostly last week's, let's
Yeah, that was last week's.
let's do shake and wake is pretty funny. That's like this gadget.
Yeah.
Wake and quake. Thank you, Becky. Blind luck. Let's do shake and wake.
Yeah,
I like
shake
it.
and wake is good. Yeah.
It's like shake and bake,
yeah.
but shake and wake. Let me add that over here. And let me record the title in 3, 2. It's time for the Giz Wiz with Matt's Maddest writer, Dick DiBartolo. This is episode 2002, recorded Thursday, August 23rd, 2024. Shake and wake. Perfect. You ready for
Okay.
a photo?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I have a quick question for you off camera.
Okay, cool.
After the chat room goes.
After. Okay, cool. Ready for a photo?
Yeah, oh, yes. Wait a second. What did I have? I have my moon projector and my coffee. Oh, I can.
What should I do? I can't hear you. Alright.
Let me just move my mic out of it.
And 1 second. My wires. There we go. I got unhooked. Here we go. In 3, 2. Good. Okie dokie, chat room. See you later. Until next week. Bye.
Okay.